Hey everybody, welcome back to my show. If you don't know me, my name is Aladdin, Aladdin TV. Exciting. So basically, for today's video, I'm going to talk about what's it called? Video post, pretty much. It was on Media Takeout, so shout out to them for the video, pretty much. So basically, what happens is, so basically in this video, right, you see, it was just white girl and this black guy. Basically, they're in a relationship, right? But the thing about it is like the fact that basically he was flirting with other girls, right? On Instagram and stuff like that. So pretty much what happened was basically the video is about like 15 seconds. That's not too long, right? So pretty much what happens is, so basically she puts a knife towards his neck, right? You see it, right? And when you look at him, it looks like she beat him up a couple times before actually the video happened, and you feel kind of, I felt really sorry for him, just like with the situation at hand, right? When you look at him, like, damn, it looked like she got him good, like, because you see the bruises under his eye patches and stuff. You see it right there. I'm like, damn, So pretty much he had to tell all the females to stop commenting on, the on his Instagram and saying that basically because of them the relationship is like messing up. That's pretty much it. And so basically, with the whole thing, and so basically with that being said, what are my honest opinions about it? Basically, I just feel really sorry for him. It's just like, with him, it's just like, cause like even the video you see, she slapped him, while he was saying what he needed to say, and I honestly, the thing is just like, honestly don't blame her, like in the sense, not necessarily like, for what's it called, basically for feeling the way she does, like she's angry obviously because obviously he's flirting with other girls on Instagram, right? But obviously, I feel like she doesn't need to take it to that kind of extent, like, just like beat him up and stuff like that, like, because the thing is like when she beats him up, it's just like it doesn't really change anything. Nothing changes, It's just like, yeah, it may stop what he's doing temporarily, like, but the thing is just like what she's doing. She's just making him fear her pretty much, and obviously, when you look at him, it looks like he seems like a good guy, and I don't feel like he could it doesn't look like he can handle the situation in the sense that he probably can't handle her, because a lot of people might say, oh, he's a man, why don't he just do something about it? Like some guys, it's just basically not for them, just like some girls, they're just abusive. And you never really see this side generally, because usually when you think of an abusive relationship, pretty much you think about, the guy or whatever, he's basically beating up the girl, right? She's defenseless and she really can't do anything, So basically, in this situation, the solution I would feel for him pretty much is calling the cops, and that's kind of everybody's. And some people might think like, oh, snitch, but at the end of the day, for him, it doesn't really look like he could handle it, there's really not much else he can do because obviously it doesn't look like he's gonna fight her back, to be honest. And I'm not saying he should put his hands on the girl, but obviously it looked like his life was in danger at that moment in time. So at that moment, so he needs to get out as soon as possible. I'm not saying he needs to go hit her, but he needs to get out of that situation as soon as possible. And eventually, he's eventually going to leave her at some point. You know what I mean? He's not going to stay because at the end of the day, if when she's treating him like that, what can he do? Like he can't do nothing about it. Just when you look at him, you just feel sadness for him. You feel really sorry for him. Like the thing is, like I understand that he messed up. Like okay, he shouldn't have been liking other girls' photos, and I get that. He shouldn't be doing that. But at the end of the day, she doesn't need to, like beat on him and stuff like that. Like that's not really gonna change anything. Like it may stop it temporarily, but at the end of the day, he just at some point in time, he's just gonna move on and just like find another girl or whatever. Just find a better girl who's like non-abusive and who actually would treat him with respect because obviously everybody deserves respect. I understand that in relationship things can get a little crazy, but you ain't gotta kill the nigga because it looked like at some point she will do it. Like I feel like eventually if he really does like cheat, eventually she's gonna get him. Just know that she will. It's only a matter of time. Until that happens. After that, by then maybe it's even too late. Unfortunately, so that's just something to keep in mind. Like just like in his situation, like probably the very best thing to do is call the cops because I don't think he's about to handle it. Like when you look at him, it just doesn't look like it. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I hope he gonna be all right. Just I would just tell him move on with his life. Like if he were watching this, I would tell that nigga move on, dog. Like just like ain't no girl should be beating you like that. Like just like even though you messed up, like okay, things can be changed, obviously, but all she really needed to do was talk to him and see what how the relationship can go back to the way it is, or just fix things, or make him apologize, but not like just putting it all over social media. Like, it doesn't necessarily change anything. Like, if you do that, like, okay, you're telling the whole world, okay, so now what? It doesn't change anything, because it doesn't really revolve around everybody. Like, okay, he was flirting with some girls, but obviously, if you just talk to him face to face and just like keep a calm, just like, if you just talk to him, everything's gonna be alright. But if you just like attacking him, it's not gonna change anything. Like, at some point, he's gonna leave, and that's unfortunate. And I just feel bad for him. When you look at her, you're like, God damn, she got him good. Like, I don't even know like how many times she punched him, but it looked like she punched him a good couple times. You know, and I just feel like, because what happened was, even like when you looked at the comments, like, because she's white and he's black, they're like, well, what there's one girl, basically, it was a top comment, right? So she was like, well, the cops won't do anything about it, and some shit like that. But obviously, at some point, he has to do something to get out of the situation. I'm not saying that's the only alternative, but his life is in imminent danger, so he got to do something to get out, because obviously, if he even cheats on her, he's screwed, like, literally screwed. Like, she's gonna come after him, so he got to move on. Like, he got to do something. Like, because think about, like, if he talked to his mans, like, I don't know, like, maybe some of them would just laugh at him, and I know, and it may sound funny at first, just like, if a person just, if somebody didn't see the bruises on his face or anything like that, they're like, how your girl beat you up and shit, like, but it's not funny, because some guys are like that, but some guys that kind of just like, why can't you just handle her, and it's just not as simple as it sounds sometimes. So yeah. Anyway, so basically, those are my thoughts on the video, and I'll see everybody on the next video. Take care.